So tired of the audio issue with YouTube. It gets so damn old. I have to keep remembering to restart my phone, especially after sending it out to so many people just to have no audio. This is Chinese camp, what remains of the old downtown, which is not much. Not much at all. I mean, there were some wooden houses that are no longer, including some more modern homes over here. It's like people still going through the stuff there. I was hoping to be able to get up the hill to the old church because you can still see the church is there, the cemetery. So I guess that survived. But this had a basement, which I was aware of years ago when I did a ghost tour because somebody on the tour snuck underneath the plywood that was covering up the entrance to down there. He found a few apothecary type bottles, but all that's gone. Destroyed into the rubble. Not much to look at. I doubt they'll rebuild any of this either. Probably just end up leveling it eventually. It's a shame. All right, Sasha, you gotta be careful where you go because I don't want you getting on nails. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, hey, hey. You're being a very bossy dog. Wanting to yank me around. I don't know how far the fire damage extends, but I think it covers more than just the old downtown area. There's a building here. I think it was a general store, but I'm not sure. It had a porch one time, but I don't think it had a roof though. I can still smell the burn, even though it's been raining. I don't know if there was a house there. Maybe there was like some sheds or something. That was just a wall. It used to be a building. I think it was pretty much the same. I think that collapsed long ago. This is the wooden house, I believe. It was 2-story that had the ghost boy in the window that would look out at people, who I saw one time years ago. Completely gone. Completely gone. I think that was here, or was it this one? It probably wasn't this one. It was wooden. It was completely wooden. I think it was this one. I'm not sure what this was. What does this say? This property's household hazardous waste removal has been designated complete by the California Department of Toxic Substance Control. So I guess it's safe. Oh, there is like a rock structure back there. I think that was just a shed or something. Yeah, this is destroyed. I don't know if it had a roof on it, but it might. Yeah, it looks like it did have a roof. I see metal. What a shame. Lost history. These are all old buildings from like 1850s, gold rush days. Back when there actually were Chinese here in Chinese camp. used to have Tong Wars, I believe. Rival Chinese or Asian gangs. Not sure what this was. I think there was a house there. It's just rubble now. That was a wooden house. Or a hotel. Might have been a hotel. I don't know what this one was. What a shame. Any historical plaque, it's gone. Full of tanks in there. And then there was like a more modern house, I think. Is that a peacock? Those are peacocks. What the heck? They're male ones too. They're colorful. I don't know. They had peacocks around here. Oh, there's 3 of them. I gotta be careful though, because I think they can be aggressive. And I got my little dog. Yeah, I don't. There was a house here, I believe. Looks like maybe another one over there too. It's gone. Such a shame. I don't think these people in this community had much either. Looks like they maybe put some asphalt down. I don't know. It's very gritty. Not sure it was over there. Yeah, it still smells like barbecue. I was gonna try to mimic the noise that peacocks. I don't know what they sound like. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack. Sasha, don't go deep into there. There might be nails. I think these are sandbags, but I'm not sure. Oh, they're curious. They're coming over here. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. You're very pretty. Wish you'd show your tail. Hey, pretty bird. Hey, pretty bird. Maybe if I got closer, but I'm afraid to go in here. Oh. Hey, pretty bird. Give me here. I'm making little click noises. Click, 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 click. There's a big hole there. I don't know if that was a basement or. Huh. sure if I'm going to do a spirit box session here because it might piss some people off since they're doing something out here. That's a truck or something. Oh. I wonder what the blue on the trees mean. That looks like the foundation to a building. The irony, I guess, is these metal doors were used in the 1800s to keep out fires, but yet the fire still got in. There were so many trees, it was overgrown around here. That was probably the main reason why that happened. A lot of brush. That should have been manicured by somebody, but I don't know who. I'm sure the ghosts are still here, though. Come on over here, Sasha. Over here, Sasha. Stay. He's probably at risk of falling. Looks like the heat actually warped the doors. I don't think they were like that. Such a shame. Yeah, you can see there's still a ton of trees there. That's what really caused this. There's an old windmill. All right, you got to go back in the car, Sasha. There's a historical plaque, but I don't know if I trust taking her over there. You want to go over here, Sasha? It's right next to the road. So I kind of don't like that. But... And she's known to pull off her collar sometimes too. There is a hidden cemetery out here. I've never found it. I think it's on private property. But somewhere out past those rocky outcroppings, there's a Jewish cemetery, I believe. Kind of hard to see on Google Maps. All right. Mark Twain, Bret Hart Trail, Chinese Camp. Reportedly founded about 1849 by the group of Englishmen who employed Chinese as miners. Much surface gold found on hills and flats. Headquarters for stage lines in the early 1850s, and for several California Chinese mining companies. Sasha, stay still. First Chinese-Tong War and state fought near here between Sam Yap and Yan Wu Tongs. Present stone and brick post office built 1854, which I think was that building. Might have been post office. Still standing. St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church built 1855, restored in 1949, but it's probably still leaning. First pastor, Father Henry Alaric, I'm not sure how to say that. And that's the church that's on the hill up there. The cemetery, rather, graveyard. Yeah, this is a very busy road. This road goes to the reservoirs and I think New Melones and Groveland's and some other little towns out there. It is too warm for January. This feels like March to me. I'm not sure what this is. I thought it was sandbags. I see wood. Huh. Do I like Ceres? I live near Ceres. Why? What does that have to do with anything? Alright, I'm going to end this.